You won't believe what the trailer just dropped. Two of Hollywood's most talked about young stars, Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney, locked in a chilling, pulsing thriller that already feels like a slow, perfect heart attack. Imagine walking into a dream job that quietly becomes a nightmare. That's the voiceover the trailer hands us in the first breath. "Hi Millie, hi Mrs. Winchester." That soft, polite greeting, and then the camera cuts to a room that's a little too clean, a smile that doesn't reach the eyes, and a line whispered like a prayer. "I just really enjoy being a housemaid for the right families." Right away you sense the lie tucked inside the sentence. The promise of safety that will snap like glass. This is USA Pulses, and today we're peeling back every layer of the Housemaid trailer, scene by scene, secret by secret, because what you see in the first minute is only the surface. Stay with me. By the time we finish, you'll feel like you've lived inside that house, felt its doors close, and heard the truth scream through the walls. The movie arrives as a big-screen adaptation of Freida McFadden's thriller, a story built on claustrophobic tension, secrets, and the slow unraveling of trust. The trailer gives us a blueprint, a live-in position, polite introductions, a glossy tour of antique halls, and the repeated reassurance. You know this is a live-in position, right? That masks something more dangerous. We meet Nina, who's introduced as the new help. We meet Mrs. Winchester, who offers what looks like a home. And we meet the family dynamic that feels off in the quietest ways. Small glances, half-formed sentences, and the insistence that everyone makes mistakes. The trailer teases a central tension. A worker who says she can't go back, begging to keep her job, while the family insists she'll be part of the family. That friction, needing to belong while being endlessly surveilled, is classic psychological thriller territory, and the film leans into it with surgical precision in the trailer. The source novel already had readers unsettled. The cast and the visuals here amplify that unease into cinematic dread. Let's break down the trailer beat by beat because the gossip, the real story, lives in the tiny choices the filmmakers make. The first act of the trailer is all housekeeping, bright rooms, linen closets, the charming lie of normalcy. Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney trade polite lines that feel rehearsed on purpose. There's an almost performative warmth, as if they're actors in a well-polished tableau. Then, the trailer pivots. A late-night whisper, "I need this job. I can't lose it," turns into breathless pleading. Cutaways show the family manipulating the narrative. "Millie's going to be living with us," someone insists, as if convincing themselves as much as Nina. The visuals shift from soft golden light to cooler shadowed frames. The soundtrack steps back and lets the silence speak. Sounds of doors closing, a broom against wood. The thud of footsteps magnify into menace. The trailer's editing suggests that the house itself will be an antagonist. Every object a clue, every door a secret. There's a moment where we sense that someone is being asked to be family while being erased. And the teaser's final beats, repeated, desperate, "please don't," feel less like an actor pleading for a job and more like an invocation to the audience. Don't look away. Before the film even hits theaters on December 19th, reactions are already split between breathless excitement and sharp skepticism. On social media, superfans of Amanda Seyfried are celebrating what looks like one of her boldest, most measured performances, a return to darker material after her recent high-profile roles. While Sydney Sweeney's younger, furious energy is being hailed as a revelation, the kind of casting that sends gossip columns into a spin. Critics, and the ones who will write think pieces the moment they screen it, are asking whether The Housemaid will reinvent the domestic thriller wheel or simply polish it to a lethal shine. Fans are theorizing, is Nina a victim, a survivor, or someone hiding more than just a past? The public conversation will be layered. Some will praise the film's mood and casting. Others will call out any predictability in the plot. Either way, the trailer has done its job. It's already got people arguing, theorizing, and rewatching. And that chatter creates the kind of viral momentum studios dream about. Now let's linger on the details the trailer almost hides, the stuff that insiders will point to. Notice the way the camera lingers on the room, on the little framed photograph in the hallway, on the girl's trembling hand as she reaches for a light switch. Those are production choices that scream intention. The set design is not merely luxurious, it's deliberately domestic in a way that reads as performance art. Every cushion, every vase is placed to enforce a story about what keeps the house together. There are microbeats in the trailer, a door left ajar, a glass that clinks just a hair too late. an off-screen laugh, that hint at an unreliable narrator or multiple perspectives. The trailer's dialogue repeats certain phrases. Part of the family. You'll feel safe here. As if the film will unpack those. Words like poisoned candies. Also watch for casting chemistry. Amanda's measured, almost fragile cadence contrasted with Sydney's sharp, impatient energy suggests the movie will use their relationship to explore power, dependence, and deception. It's likely the final film will fold back on itself, revealing that the small, almost casual choices in the trailer are actually breadcrumb traps. Industry insiders I've spoken to, the kind who read scripts the week they hit the market and who watch trailers frame by. Frame industry insiders I've spoken to. The kind who read scripts the week they hit the market and who watch trailers frame by frame. For Amanda Seyfried, this film could cement a shift in her career narrative. After films that showcased her range and star power, a role in a high-profile adaptation like this could reposition her as a go-to lead for tense, adult psychological dramas. The sort of parts that get remembered during awards buzz. For Sydney Sweeney, already a cultural force among younger viewers, the movie offers an opportunity to stretch into darker, more complex territory, proving she's not just a breakout name, but a durable leading actor. For both, the film's performance at the box office and among critics will shape their next 2 to 3 years. Strong reviews could open doors to more prestige projects and auteur collaborations. A lukewarm reception could typecast them in thriller roles that don't fully tap their range. Beyond the actors, the movie's success could also turbocharge interest in Freida McFadden's books, spawning more literary adaptations in the domestic thriller space. In short, this is a career moment, a single film with the power to either elevate or pigeonhole. If you're thinking of previous cinematic touchstones, the Housemaid's trailer sits somewhere between the domestic paranoia of The Hand that rocks the cradle and the psychological games of Gone Girl. It borrows the cozy house's prison vibe we've seen before, but seems eager to turn that well-worn template into something more claustrophobic and character-driven. In terms of celebrity relationships, think of the on-screen dynamics that made audiences obsessed in the past. Two charismatic actors whose chemistry flips from warm to dangerous in a single line. Remember how Nicole Kidman and Kidman-era performances redefined her career? Or how small, intimate thrillers like The Girl on the Train propelled its leads into hotter Hollywood lanes. The Housemaid seems poised to follow that arc if its narrative surprises land. It's not reinventing the wheel, but it might sharpen its teeth. After watching the trailer again and letting the mood sit with you, you realize the film's true antagonist might not be a person. It might be the idea of home itself, weaponized by those who control it. I want you to feel safe here, someone says in the trailer, and that line fractures like a promise broken in slow motion. Come December 19th, audiences will choose whether they were fooled by that promise or complicit in it, and critic threads will be filled with fierce debate. For my channel, this is the kind of cinematic moment that fuels hours of analysis, hot takes, and deep dive videos. So when the film drops, we'll be back with a scene-by-scene breakdown, casting interviews, and a look at every fan theory you've sent us. For now, rewatch the trailer. Pay attention to the frames that feel like whispers, and ask yourself, who in that house is truly keeping secrets? And who is being kept? This was USA Pulses. Stay tuned because this one is going to haunt your timeline.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.